Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. How are you today? I'm glad you came to play and learn Tajweed with Koko. Today, my friends, we are going to have our last big lesson. And after that, we will talk only about small things and basically symbols that you see in the Quran book that you need to pay attention by reading. And we will concentrate more on applications and reading. Today's lesson depends on our last lesson, which is Sifat Al-Huroof, the characteristics of the letters. So I advise you, if you didn't watch the Sifat or the last lesson or studied the Sifat, I advise you not to watch this. You better understand the Sifat first so you can understand today's lesson. It's very important to go in steps. Don't try to jump. And remember, as I told Koko before, you have to be patient, especially with Tajweed. You have to take your time. You have to fix the step before the one that you're going to. So once you have a solid and firm step, you're not going to fall down. But if you have a stairs, that is, you didn't fix the step before and you jump into the next step, you're going to fall. Because the step is crooked, it's not firm yet. Fix the Sifat, understand the Sifat. You didn't have to memorize everything, but understand what is it. So when you come to today's lesson, you will know what I mean. It's very important to understand that. Excuse me. Today's Koko is very happy because he said that he's almost done. He's almost done from his big journey. It's been a long time, a long journey since we started the alphabet a long time ago. And now you at home and friends here in Koko, you can read the Quran. And that was our goal. And remember, I always used to tell you that's our goal, it's our goal. We used to play much more in step 1 and step 2. But we cut down on the playing because you're a big kid now, right? You sit in circle, you read Quran, but you play. But not that kind of play that we used to do before with toys and stuff. So, and that was the goal of this program, to take you gradually from being a little child, still trying to learn the alphabet and play and have fun, and at the same time taking you gradually towards your goal in reading the Quran. And inshallah we will talk more about that, how we treat the Quran book when we deal with it. And that's going to be an important session before we start reading. So let's go to the classroom and start our lesson. It's going to be a long lesson, I'm sorry, but it's straightforward and you're not going to have a problem understanding if you did the Sifat before, okay? And let's go to the classroom and read Koko. Okay, my friends? Let's go. Assalamu alaikum, Koko. How are you today? I'm glad you are almost there. Yeah, and also our friends at home, they're almost done. And you're going to enjoy reading the Quran much, much better, okay? As I tell you, my friends, today's lesson depends on the Sifat, the last lesson. It's in 2022. And it's basically repetition of what we have done before when we were doing the Noon, Sakin and Tanween rules. One of the rules for the Noon, Sakin and Tanween was Idghaam. We used to do Idghaam with Noon, Sakin and Tanween. So today we're going to talk about Idghaam, only Idghaam by itself. in certain situations. Okay? So today we're going to talk about the rules of Idghaam. Okay? And these are not all the rules. We have seen some of the rules when we're doing the Noon, Sakin, and Tanween, but this is kind of completing more of Idghaam. I can say here more. Okay. There are more rules to this. Okay. Idghaam basically, I want to remind you before, as we said before, Idghaam means to merge two things together. So when we're talking about Idghaam in the Tajweed, we're talking about joining or merging two letters together due to certain situation. We're going to divide this into three categories, and we will do the table as we did before. The first category for Idghaam is number 1. We call it Idghaam al-Mutamathilayn. Okay. This kind of Idghaam al-Mutamathilayn, which mutamathil means they are the same. Everything is the same. They are same letters, same makhraj, same sifat or same characteristics. They come following each other. The first one will be sakin, and the second one will be mutaharrik or has haraka. Haraka means you have fatha, dhamma, and kasra. So the first thing is, in this there are same letters. Same letters. Okay, the first one will have sukoon. I'm going to put the sukoon symbol here, or just let us stick with words. The first one will have sukoon, and the second one will have either fatha, kasra, or dam. Let's take some examples to make the thing easy. First example, when we say man nazal. So we have here, okay. I want you to pay attention to one thing. Is I say the first one will have sukoon. We're supposed to have like sukoon like this, and the second one has haraka. That is the rule. But when you see it in the Quran book, you're not going to see it the same way. Okay? In the Quran book, you're going to see the noon will not have any sukoon on it, no any mark or symbol. And the next noon, which both are same, the next noon is going to have a shadda with the fatha on it. So how I'm going to read this? I'm going to merge this noon with this noon because they are same, they share same characteristic, same makhraj. And I will pronounce with shadda. So man nazal, man nazal. So again, in the Quran, whenever you see a noon without any sukoon followed by a shadda, is idgham. Okay, man nazal. The second example, balla, balla. So here again, we're going to merge this lam with this lam. The first lam is second lam has haraka, but in the Quran book, we're going to see that the second lam will have a shadda. Balla, and you merge the two lams together. And this is in case you have two different words. Let's have an example with idgham in one word. Yudrikum. So here, you're not gonna see the first kaf here. You're not gonna see sukoon on it. It's gonna be blank. Okay. The second kaf, you're gonna have a shadda. That's mean you're gonna merge this kaf into this kaf. Okay, same here. You merge this lam in this lam and this noon in this noon. So you're going to merge this kaf in this kaf, and there won't be any sukoon or symbol on the first kaf. So you're going to say yudrikum. You don't say yudrikakum. No, it's going to be yudrikum. So the two kafs merge together, and the second kaf will have shadda. And that's pretty straightforward rule. One more example. Yukrihunna. Same thing. The first ha will not have any sukoon. Second ha will have a shadda. You're gonna read it as this. Yukrihunna. Yukrihunna. So this half is gonna merge into the second half, and it will be as one half. And this is pretty easy category. It is not complicated. So I just wanted to make sure here we have as I said, you're gonna have sukoon followed by what? Second letter will have a harf. Our second category is going to be, we're going to talk about idgham al-mutaqaribayn. Idgham al-mutaqaribayn. What's the meaning of mutaqarib? Mutaqarib means they're close to each other. They share some characteristics. They may have close makhraj, and they share some of their sifat or characteristics. Here, mutamathilayn, I can refer this, make it like an example, just like having twins. I call this twins. I tell my students, these are twins. Twins, everything's identical. They are twins. I tell my students also, these are relatives. They are relatives. You know when you have some of your cousins, some of your siblings, and they're not identical twins, you share some of the characteristics, right? You may look alike, but not yet identically alike like twins. and this we call in Arabic متقارب or قريب or أقارب. They are relatives. So in this situation, in the first we have same letters, everything same مخرج, same صفات. In the second one, they have close مخرج. Okay, and they share some characteristics. Okay, they share some of the characteristics. So, again, examples. We're gonna have first for the examples. It's again you're gonna have sukoon in the first letter, followed by a next letter that will have a closed makhraj. It has either fatha, kasra, or dhamma. Okay? And again, we are not going to see here as in this example, we're not going to see a sukoon on the first letter, but it is a second letter. Okay? You're not going to see sukoon symbol, and you're going to see shadda will come on the next letter. And we're going to have to do complete idghaam. Okay, complete merging. For example, this is characteristic for letter lam and ra. If you have a letter lam, sakin followed by letter ra, in the example, qul ra. Qul Rabbi. So how am I going to read it with idghaam? Qul Rabbi. So the lam merged into the ra completely. I don't feel there is lam when I say Qul Rabbi. The lam is gone, and the ra will be pronounced with shadda. So, and I will pronounce it as Qul Rabbi. Okay? Qul Rabbi, as there is no lam. Other example with the letter qaf and followed by letter kaf. So letter qaf will be sakin and kaf mutaharrik, has haraka. And the example here, okay, so let me drop the first verse so I can have room. Because that's what I need the second one. So here, noon, fatha, kha, sukoon, lam, dhamma, qaf will not have a sukoon or any haraka on top of it. And I'm going to see the kaf here with shadda and dhamma. So how am I going to read it? Nakhluqkum. The qaf sound is gone and it merged into the kaf, and you say nakhluqkum, luqkum, not nakhluqkum. So you're not going to see a sukoon on the qaf, but you're going to see the kaf following the qaf has shadda. Okay? And we're going to make it complete idghaam kamil. Nakhluqkum. The qaf is gone. And that's basically all about these two categories. They have no problems. They are straightforward. So these are twins and these are relatives. They have close makhraj and they share some of the characteristics. The third category, which can be a little bit trouble, I'm going to have to have room, and I'm going to start from here. We call it Idghaam al-Mutajanisain, and I will explain. Okay. What would the Mutajanisain mean? They are not the same, but it can be a boy and a boy, a girl and a girl, children. They share some characteristics that can make them really get together, or they can be grouped as one type. Other example, we can say like friends. They are same age, they share same interest, okay? They live close, they're always together. They don't fight. Mainly they don't fight. They have some kind of harmony between them, so they are not relatives. They are not twins, but they can be mixed together very nicely. Other thing I can say, like orange juice and water. They both are liquid. If you mix them, they're gonna mix very well. If you put oil and water, they are not mutajanisane. They cannot mix. They don't have any characteristic that they share, except they both are like liquid, but that's not enough. The oil is not gonna mix with the water. So that's the thing I can tell you about the meaning of mutajanisane, which can be translated as either they are friends, they share a lot of interest, friends. They can be like water and juice. And so on. So the main thing is just to understand the word mutajanis. What does it mean? It can mean all those examples I told you. Okay. So what is special about these mutajanis letters? Okay, are you ready? These they were here close makhraj. Here they will share same makhraj. Okay, they have same makhraj, not close, same makhraj, and they share some characteristics. Okay, they have the same makhraj and they share some characteristics. Here they have close makhraj. Okay, here they have same makhraj and they share some characteristics as this group 2. This same thing, you're gonna have sukoon in the first letter. You're gonna have sukoon, followed by a next letter that has either a fatha, a kasra, or other. The same situation, I will not see a sukoon in the first letter. Okay, I will not see the sukoon, and I will see shadda on the next letter. That is either has a fatha or a kasra or a dam. Okay, that when you read the Quran. But there are some exceptions. I will talk about the exception at the end. But in all situations that we're going to talk about, they're going to have, you're not going to see sukoon. But here, in the exception, I will not see the sukoon and I will not see the shadda. Okay? I will tell you about that later on. But for all what I'm going to say now, there will be no sukoon, but there are sakin letters, and they're going to be followed by a shadda, which has a haraka on it. So the first example I want to talk about, when you come to the letter, I need to make more room here. When you come to the letter ta, okay, and letter dal or ta. So letter ta will be sakin, followed by a letter dal or ta that has haraka. Example. So what I'm going to see here, uji bat da'watakuma. So here the ta will not have any sukoon, but it's sakin. The dal was supposed to have a fatha, but because we have idghaam, so it wouldn't be pronounced with shadda, and we're going to say ujibat da'watukuma. So I will not feel or hear the sound of a ta. Ujibat da'watukuma. The second example, or let me write it to you in joint form so you can understand. So it's going to be ujibat da. So here the ta is gone and you have only the dal, which is, so I will not see it like the Quran. This is only for you to see how we should read it. You're going to read like this, ujibat da'watakuma. The next example is going to be like if you have a ta with a ta. Example, when I say hammat ta'ifatan. So I'm going to read it like this, hammat ta'ifatan. I'm going to merge the ta with the ta, same like I merged the ta with the dal, same thing. And let's see. Then I'm going to say hammat ta'ifatan. So here the ta doesn't have any the ta doesn't have any sukoon. Followed by the ta, you're gonna see shadda on the ta. Hammat ta'ifatan, and you're gonna have the ta is gonna merge into the ta, and the ta sound will disappear. Hammat ta'ifatan. The second example is letter dal sakin dal followed by letter ta that has a haraka. So here is one example. But gonna find no sukun on the dal. The ta will have shadda and fatha. Ba fatha, ya with shadda. قد تبين. Okay, you can add here. قد تبين. So I'm not gonna say قد. I won't have qalqala on the dal here. I'm not gonna say قد تبين. No. I'm going to merge the dal into the ta and pronounce with shadda. قد تبين. قد تبين. See, it's going to be as you are saying qaf ta. There's no dal. قد تبين. And that is pretty easy rule. And the second one, when you see ba and mim, ba sakin followed by a mim. This is very special rule, and you only see it in one place in the Quran, in this ayah. Ya bunayya irkab ma'i. So I'm gonna say ya. I'm gonna gain a new rule. So here I will have the ba will not have any haraka, and then I'm gonna have the meme, and how I'm gonna pronounce it. يا بني اركب معنا. اركب معنا. So the ba sound is dropped. اركب معنا. اركب معنا. And it is like this. يا بني. So Ya Nay, and here we're gonna have Hamid Wasr. Okay. Ya Bunayyar come on. Okay. And the second example is when I have letter Dal Sakina with followed by letter za that has a haraka. Example, when I say إذ ظلمت. So what's going to be? The alif with kasra, then that will not have any haraka on it. And I'm going to see shadda with fatha on the dha. Lam. So I'm going to read it like this. So as the dha is going to be dropped and merged into the dha, and I'm going to say إذ ظلمتم. إذ ظلمتم. I'm not going to say إذ ظلمتم. No. إذ ظلمتم. إذ ظلمتم. And you're going to see the dha will not have any sukoon, and followed by the letter dha that has shadda on top. With more reading, this thing is going to get easier and easier. The second example or set of letters, letter tha will be sakin, followed by letter dhal mutaharrik. Example, يا فتحة لام سكون ها فتحة. And here the sa doesn't have any haraka on it, followed by a dal that you will have a shadda on it, and you're gonna merge the tha into the dal and you're gonna say يلهث ذلك يلهث ذلك. I won't hear the tha sound. It's gonna be يلهث ذلك, or yes يلهث ذلك if I'm stopping. يلهث يلهث ذلك يلهث ذلك. And that is also an easy rule. Come to the exception. You have here when you have letter ta sakin followed by letter ta mutaharrik. In this situation, here in all this we used to see there is no sukun on the first letter, that's sakin, and the next letter that we're going to merge with that have either a closed makhraj or same makhraj, they are, you're going to see shadda on the next letter. In this exception, you are not going to see the sukun in the first letter, same thing, but you're not going to see a shadda on it. Plus, we are not going to do complete merging, and we call it idgham naqis. It's not going to, the first letter, it will retain some of its characteristic. Like when I join them, still you can feel some of the characteristic of the first letter is still there in the next. So let's see the example. If I want to say the word farrabtu, here farrabtum, the ta will not have a sukun, but the ta will not have a shadda either. You're going to have a haraka. In this case is the dhamma. So these two are going to merge together, but the tafkhim of the ta characteristic, or the characteristic, the tafkhim characteristic will remain, and the ta will be pronounced with idbaq. When I say ta, the makhraj of the ta, I say at. The ta is pronounced with tafkhim, and it is where you do it has idbaq characteristic. You say up. The whole tongue touch the roof, and your mouth inside close. Up, up. So the whole tongue touch the roof. We call it, as I said to you in last lesson, idbaq. So the idbaq characteristic will remain, and the tafkhim characteristic will remain, although I'm dropping the ta. So it's going to be farrattum. So the ta will be pronounced with idbaq, right? And you will feel it has tafkhim. I'm not going to say farrattum. No, it's going to be farrattum. So it's going to have a tafkhim and idbaq characteristic. Okay? So farrattum. And this is a pretty good example. And you're going to find a lot of examples like this in the Quran. Let's have one more. So here, Again, the ta will not have any sukoon. The ta will have a dhamma. So I'm not gonna say ahatu, no qalqala on the top. Okay. Same here. I'm not gonna say farratu tum. No, there's no qalqala on the top. So ahattu, farratu, we're gonna be ahattu. So the ta is still the retain. I mean, the ta would be pronounced with adbaq, and it will be pronounced as saying as this. It's going to be as saying ahadtu, and we are not going to say ahadtu, but the ta will have idbaq characteristic, and you're going to still hear some of the fkhim characteristic also in the sound. Ahadtu, ahadtu. Okay, so let me erase this so I want to confuse you. So it is the ta. Okay, so I'm gonna make this is the exception. Okay, this is exception. Okay. It's very easy. You're now going to see sukoon on ta and no shadda on the next one, and the ta will retain some of the characteristic of the ta. Okay? And we call it idgham naqis, means incomplete idgham or incomplete merging. And I think this complete our session for today, and I hope I made your life easier today. I didn't want to complicate it more than that, but I made it pretty simple, pretty easy, and always remember to put yourself on or like in a table to remember, and just go back and review the table again, and always remember put something like here: twins, relatives, friends. Okay, the friends, they are water and juice, maybe they are easy. So the first one, the twins, the idgham al-mutamathilain, identical twins, they have the same makhraj and the same sifat or same characteristics. The second one, the idgham al-mutaqaribain, they are relatives, they have close makhraj, but they share some characteristics, not all of it. Okay, in both situations here, you're gonna find on the first letter is gonna be sakin followed by a next letter that has haraka. But when you read the Quran book, we're gonna see the first letter has no any sukoon on top of it, although it is sakin, and the next letter will have a shadda with the haraka, either a fatha or the more kasra. Okay. In the third situation, idgham al-mutajanisain, these are the two things that can get mixed. They share characteristic. They have same makhraj. So when they have a same makhraj, they can they just like friends. They share a lot of things together, and they get along together very well. They don't fight. They are nice together. They mix like water and orange juice. They're both liquid, and they can mix. You have a very delicious juice. Otherwise, the oil and water they don't get together. So these they have same makhraj, not too close, same makhraj, but they share some characteristics. And the same thing, the first letter will have a sukoon, second letter will have fatha, kasra, or dhamma. But when you read the Quran book, you're not going to see a sukoon on the first letter, and you're going to see a shadda on the next letter with the haraka, either a fatha or dhamma or kasra. Except in one condition. Here you have when you have the ta and ta. This one we call it idgham kamil, complete merging, and in this exception we call idgham naqis or incomplete merging. The ta and ta will merge together, but the ta will retain some of the characteristics, and which is the tafkhim and the idbaq. So the ta will be pronounced with idbaq and tafkhim, and we call it Idghaam naqis or Idghaam incomplete version. And that's all for today. And I want you to go and really understand this. Look in the Quran book for examples. See where you can see these things, because some of them they are repeating and some of them they are very rare. You're not gonna find it unless you really read the Quran first time and you will point it out. And that's it for today, my friends. Till I see you next time in our next lesson 24, which is going to be a very simple lesson. I say to you, في أمان الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.